Good morning, my wonderful, beautiful friends. Hope you guys are all doing well and enjoying the warm weather. Today, we are tackling the task of making Dudhi or Lauki Muthiyas. I'm getting all the stuff out from the fridge that I need, set it on the countertop so that it comes up to room temperature and ready to handle. Welcome all, and thank you for joining me today. So, to make the muthiyas, we will need lauki or opa squash, dudhi, different names, and suji, which are the two main ingredients, and all different kinds of masalas, whatever your palate desires. So, I'm getting the lauki peeled and prepped to grate it for making the muthiyas. And while this process is happening, I would like to thank you all for watching my videos and continuing to give me your support and your love. I truly, truly appreciate it. And if you like what you see, please do leave a comment and press the like button. That helps me know that you are watching and you are appreciating my work. So I thank you all for taking time out of your days and giving it to me by sharing it with me. So here I am grinding some green chilies and garlic to be put into the muthiya and then grate the lauki. I have taken two almost big size of laukis here. I like lots of vegetable in the muthiya, so I add almost more lauki than the suji, and that makes the muthiyas extremely soft and moist. But the preference is yours. You can choose to add less. You can add various different kinds of squash kind of vegetables to the muthiyas if you don't have lauki. I have made muthiyas with zucchini, with just grated potato. My mom makes it with cabbage, grated cabbage, or finely chopped cabbage, and it is wonderfully tasty if you make it with fresh methi leaves. It's the best, but those are mainly consumed during the winter months when methi leaves are easily available and in abundant quantity. And of course, you can also make it with spinach, and each different vegetable that you add will give its own flavor, but keep it to one vegetable. Don't mix and match because then the taste won't come out right. So if you're going to use zucchini, then just use zucchini. If you're going to make methi, then just make methi. Do not mix multiple vegetables, and that is the key. Now here we are going to use all this lauki or dudhi as it is. We are not going to squeeze any water out because this is the moisture that is going to help us make the final dough. So take your dudhi and grate it all and leave it as is. No need to squeeze the water out. And now the lauki has been grated and is chilling for a second. I am setting up my steamer to cook the muthiyas. This is a steamer that my mom sent to me from India last year. You can use a simple pot with water at the bottom and um, use a stainless steel plate or any plate basically that can be heated up to a certain temperature. I have the special steamer thanks to my mom. Thank you, mommy. And it is beautiful. It has various different kinds of plate attachments. The one that I will be using today is the one with tiny little holes in it. So, but I have like plates to make idlis and doklas and different various things. So let that get warmed up as we get ready to prep the actual masala and the other stuff that will go in the muthiya. So I'm taking off all my rings because our hands are going to get all messy. I have added salt, sugar, haldi or turmeric, the ginger and garlic paste, a little bit of garam masala, and some green onions that I had on hand since I did not have any dhania or coriander leaves, and I like something green in the food. I opted to get that green color using the chopped green onions. So mix it all up very well and smush the dudhi, and the salt that is in the dudhi should let some moisture be released, which is what we need. We need that moisture to be released so we can now take our suji, just fine suji. This is the regular kind that we get in the Indian store. We use for upma and all the other different things, and mix it well. Mix it really well. No water is needed. Slowly but steadily keep smushing it. Let the dudhi, its moisture, be released and it will get absorbed in the suji beautifully. So continue the smushing method and the suji will start absorbing the moisture that is being released, and you will see a sort of dough forming, and that is what you're looking for. So the trick is to use your hands and let the mixing happen, which also infuses all the masalas in this mixture. I am adding a little bit of baking soda. This is a very optional, not needed, but I like to add it because it makes the muthiyas soft, but it does change the color of it a little bit. Once they are cooked, they kind of turn a tiny bit of orangish. So heads up on that, but it's optional. You don't need to add. I add it, but again, see the dough is forming and the dough will be very loose. I'm adding a little bit more suji here. You will see that the dudhi quantity is much more in comparison to the quantity of suji that is being added. Now as you see, the dough is very loose and moist, and that is the key to the soft moist muthiyas. Is the wetter the dough, I don't know how better to explain, but the wetter the dough, the softer the muthiyas. So I sprayed some non-stick cooking avocado cooking oil on the steamer that was getting hot. Make sure you put enough oil. Little bit more will not hurt because you don't want them to stick, because this is a sticky dough and it will stick. So once you spray the non-stick oil, this is how you take the muthiyas in between your palms and try to make medium sized, medium thickness logs, uh, and place them next to each other. Leave a little bit of gap. I'm leaving like a half a centimeter gap between the two, which will give them room as they puff up during the cooking process. So just make the logs and line them up, and that's how you do it. The dough again is going to be wet, but don't worry, that will make your muthiyas extremely soft and moist. If the dough is too dry, your muthiyas will be hard as rocks. You won't like it. So gila is better. So make logs like this using all the mixture that was prepared and next to each other, or you can pile them on top also if you have more mixture left. I had a little bit more, so I made one and piled it on top of the four like that. And then washing my hands, and you cover this up with the lid, and it needs to be cooked for 20 minutes. Now you will see in the video I show that I set the timer for 16 minutes, but I realized that 20 minutes would have been better. So I would recommend set the timer for 20 minutes and cook it on high flame. The key is there should be enough water at the bottom of the steamer so it doesn't burn. It's going to be boiling for 20 minutes. So again, 20 minutes, not 16, and let it do its thing. And while the mutiyas are cooking, I am sitting on the deck enjoying the warm day. I did some little self-care and painted my nails pink. So remember to take care of yourself before everybody else. a little TLC on yourself goes a long way. Enjoying watching my beautiful plants that are flourishing in the warm weather. The timer is almost ready to go off. 16 minutes are up. So, getting ready to check on the muthias. Turn the stove off. Be careful, it's going to be hot. Open it very carefully away from your face and poke in a knife and make sure that everything is cooked, nothing is sticking to your knife, and the muthias should be ready now. Do not touch them right now. Leave it be. They are very soft and delicate. Let them cool completely before you handle them. So let it just sit there, do its thing. Do not touch them right now. And these new solar lights that I got for my plants give such a warm, cozy glow at night when they come on. It's just so beautiful. Made some cupcakes over the weekend. So just sharing a quick cupcake just from the box, nothing from scratch. And now it's the next day. Good morning again. I'm getting ready to amp up my muthias a little bit and I'm going to have it for breakfast. So this is called Vagarela Muthiya and I'm going to make a tempering, add a little bit mustard oil, red seeds once the oil is warmed up, curry patta or curry leaves as we call it. Let it all come up to a sizzle and then I added. I don't generally do this, but since I had green onions and there is no dhania available in my house right now, I amped it up by adding green onions. Now, this is not typically how it's eaten, but this is how Sangeeta eats it, and it's yummy. Do give it a try. Add green onions to everything, it works well. So, I will be adding some diced green onions, lot of sesame seeds. Those are sesame seeds. I love the crunch that it gives to this muthia, so I add lots of them and I let them cook up in the oil a little bit and they get a little bit more like crunchy and toasted up. There goes the green onions. Let them saute and wilt a little bit. Once they wilt a little bit, they release their sweetness and it's very good. Once the onions are slightly cooked, they don't need to be completely cooked, then the muthias will go in and give it a thorough mix and let them saute for a while as they get a little bit cooked and crunchy from the bottom from the heat of the pan. And while the muthias are getting cooked, I thought I'd share one more Hindi shairi with you. I hope you enjoy listening to it. And if you do, please press the like button and leave me a comment so I will know to include them in future videos. So अर्ज किया है, उदास रहने की वजह तो बहुत है ज़िंदगी में, उदास रहने की वजह तो बहुत है ज़िंदगी में, पर बेवजह खुश रहने का मज़ा ही कुछ और है. So I am generally trying to keep my videos mostly in English because it serves a bigger, more wider population of people around the world, and my target is to get to as many people as possible. Language should not be a barrier, but being that I'm from India and mainly from Mumbai, Hindi runs in my blood and I love to speak in Hindi. तो कभी कभी हिंदी में भी जिक्र हो जाएगा यहाँ पे और आप प्लीज़ माइंड मत कीजिएगा. I will try to translate it as much as I can, but again, nothing important is said. So I hope you enjoy my videos and keep continue to watching it and sharing it with your friends, families, and your loved ones. I thank you for your support and kindness. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. Just added a touch of sugar to the muthias and toss them well. I usually add a splash of lemon at the end, but these mutiyas, as I said, turned out to be very soft and moist. I should have cooked them a little bit longer, like 20 minutes, as I said. So instead of adding some more liquid to it and make it more mushy, I added shumak, which is a seasoning that I get from the Arabic store in my area. It is a seed from a plant which has a tangy flavor like lemon and is widely used in Middle Eastern dishes and especially for salad seasonings. It goes very well in the fattoush salad. It is red in color, almost looks like chili powder, but it isn't, and it's like very tangy. And give it a nice toss. Make everything is mixed well and the flavors are incorporated in the whole dish. And then I add a little bit of peanuts. Now, this is again a very optional thing, not needed, but I like the crunch of peanuts. So I added some Planters salted peanuts. That's what I had on hand ready. So there goes in the peanuts. Give it a good mix to get the final product ready. And the mutya is done to be consumed with chai, of course. Again, thank you for watching. Please do leave me a comment. Let me know if you liked this recipe and you will be trying it out. And if you do try it out, definitely leave me a comment letting me know how it turned out. And if there are any questions or anything that was not very clear in this video, do again leave a comment and I will definitely be sure to answer them. And if there is nothing else you have to ask or say, then just say hey and I'll reply back. Thank you again for joining me. And here I will be enjoying this garma garam masaledar muthiya with my garma garam cup of tea. As always, tea runs in my veins. Thank you for joining me. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your weekend. See you again in the Tuesday video. Until then, take care. Have a wonderful day, night. Love you all and thank you for your support. Bye.